Hello, my name is Tom Gallagher, and I will be leading this course, ITS 191 Special Topics. It's actually going to change to HIT, which is the Health Information Technology Rubric 265, Electronic Health Records in a Medical Practice. So today what I want to do is just introduce you to some of the material from the class and orient you a little bit with the classroom shell and the syllabus. Got a couple of, I put together a little transcript, a little narrative for those of you that would prefer to read. It's kind of nice with an online class actually to have somebody talk to you a little bit and actually know that there is somebody on the other side. All right, so I'll read a little bit, forgive me for that, and then I'll also go through more explanation. EHR in medical practice is a foundation course for individuals seeking careers in IT within the setting of clinical health care. The EHR is defined to include any information relating to the past, present, or future physical or mental health or condition of an individual which resides in an electronic system used to capture, transmit, receive, store, retrieve, link, and manipulate data for primary purposes of providing health care and health-related services. Wow. So really what's interesting to me about the EHR is that it's really a case study. It tells an entire story of an individual's medical history and kind of the trials and tribulations that have gone along with that. All right. We're going to look at the EHR from conceptual perspective, but we also have a lot of really applied activities. There's been a number of legislative acts, which a lot of you are probably familiar with, that have driven the rapid adoption of EHRs in all medical settings. We'll take a look at these as well. The big picture here is that the implementation of the EHR in a clinical setting has a potential to improve quality, accessibility, and cost effectiveness of clinical health care. Now, if you notice in our UM Online classroom shell, that's written right across the top of the course because it's really important to recognize that that's why we're doing it. We're not implementing IT just to implement IT. We're doing it because we want to make a difference in the clinical healthcare environment. We'll be using a variety of tools in this class. There's your GART textbook is a pretty good textbook. It has a lot of great applied exercises in it. But we'll also look at some of the materials that have been defined by the Office of the National Coordinator for Health IT. They have their own workforce curriculum, and I'll be pulling materials out of that as well. All right, the Medicine Student Edition software product comes bundled with your GART textbook. All right, and that particular software product has a entire EHR library of kind of fictional patient records that we'll use and we'll implement. We'll do things like a well check, or we'll check on immunizations, or somebody will come in and we'll create a new patient encounter, but it'll give us an opportunity to actually get some hands-on practice with an EHR system. So please pick up your textbook immediately. The name of the textbook is Electronic Health Records. The author is Richard Garty. Please be sure you get the edition that is bundled with an access voucher for the My Health Professions website, because that's where we'll get the software for MedSim. There's a student edition of it. There's a little bit of a fee with it, but if you buy the textbook bundle, it all comes packaged with that. All right. The way I'll run the course, content for the course will change on a weekly basis. On Mondays, expect to see new content. I'll also post some sort of brief overview of the topics for the week. Now, it's a very short class. It's only 5 weeks. All right, so please make sure that you stay on top of things. There's not a lot of time to put things off. So really get your textbook as soon as possible, and then when the activities come up on Monday, make sure you process through those rapidly too. I have a syllabus. It's very obvious in the shell. Make sure you read through that thoroughly. Some of the issues that do come up, one is assessment. Recognize that there are 4 assessment components to this course. There'll be a total of 8 applied case studies, which will be software related activities. I have 2 small writing assignments in the form of analysis papers, and then there'll be a midterm and then a final exam. So you got 2 exams, a couple papers, and then you have these 8 applied case studies. I will also assign on a weekly basis a set of review questions. Now those review questions are for your use. I will not ask you to turn those in. And those review questions should prompt you to find information from the PowerPoint lectures I'll leave you and any reading material. The way that I will assess whether or not you understand this is on your midterm and final exam. So when you get ready to take the midterm exam, very wise to go back and review those questions. Okay? Got questions? I think communication is always a little more difficult with email. I try very hard to turn email around within about 24 hours, but please recognize there might be slight delays as this summer session, I'm actually teaching this course. I'm in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm in New Zealand right now. And so it might be a little bit of delay because our times don't synchronize. We're about 6 or 7 hours behind Montana Daylight Savings Time. Okay? Other things, by mid-June I will be back, and if there's other issues that you would like to talk about on the phone, actually I can talk to you. I have a local phone number that you can actually call me on, and I will leave that number in the syllabus information and in the Blackboard shell or the UM Online shell. Okay? So lastly, I'll leave you with this thought. One of the reasons I'm in academia is I really think learning is fun. And so I hope you enjoy the course, and I hope you find its contents helpful in your professional career as you look to expand your knowledge in this kind of new domain area of IT, which is health informatics.